When I saw your beautiful face just now looking at me, I realized, oh my God, this is my brother. I forgot to say this, so I'm sorry. But thank you for a good question. Your question actually is a beautiful question because it shows you care. You care about the people, you care about human beings, and this is Islam. I'm very happy when I see our brothers and sisters show this kind of good attitude. It's very good. But today, we gave 5, was it 5 shahadas or 4? 6 shahadas today here. And the last day I was in United States, I only gave 1. So I felt like I came here, I got more. But it's not about how many shahadas. Because you could give dawah and give dawah maybe 1 person, maybe nobody. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told us, you probably know this, he said that all of the prophets that came, more than 124,000 prophets, Anbiya, he said one of them, he only gave 1 shahada in his whole life. Nuh alayhi salam, he gave dawah for almost 1,000 years and less than 100 people. In 1,000 years, less than 100 people accepted Islam. That's one, what, every 100 years, or no, at one every 10 years. But he also said there's 1 prophet, he only got 1 person to accept Islam, and 1 prophet, nobody accepted Islam. So it's not really about how many make shahada. That's true. Although in my case, I always feel like I need to see 1 more, 1 more, because I feel like maybe Allah, He's letting me know we're doing the right thing. General public is concerned. Many people our television channel, after seeing the websites, we have, you didn't ask me about this, we have 4,056 TV channels for Islam. Over 4,000 websites for Islam. And some people say, why you have so many? Well, that's a good question. Why don't you just sell 1 newspaper and let everybody read it? You could do that. Just read it and pass it. My website. Not as good as it should, and the reason is because we Muslims it's Muhammad. Generosity, sadaqah, these things, then the people see that, to do, we need to educate ourselves first. In your own health, not for position, not for a be the best example to have to do. Make sense? If I'm wrong, tell me. I need to know. Good question. Thank you.
Thank you.
The ones who can solve the problem the best want to outside. You go to the local people who know Islam. Allah, help us solve this. Because if both sides think they're right, both sides are trying to do something, but they're in conflict with each other, this means what? Now, the example Allah gives in the Quran is the example of a man in other. Because that's in the same house, the same people. I mean, there's nothing more than a family that's in a fight with itself. This is really bad. But look what Allah said. After talking to the man about how not to beat his wife, that's the meaning of the ayat, don't beat the wife. In case somebody told you you can beat your wife, that's not how it's understood in the real language. However, the very next verse, it tells you to get somebody from the man's side with his, his family, and the woman, she gets somebody from her family, right? And then it says that if they really are looking to resolve the issue, Allah will bring the result, right? So if it's sincerity for both sides, then they should meet with the idea, let's find a way to work it out. Then you can find out who's sincere and who's not. Does it make sense? Because I'm always right. Me, I'm always right. Because what? A human being always thinks that. He never thinks he's wrong. When was the time you woke up in the morning and said, oh, I'm so wrong, I'm wrong, no, I'm wrong? No, you don't do that. You're right. But the other guy's doing the same thing. You both have something right, but both of you have something wrong. So you need to work it out. Ask ulama to help you. Ask Allah to help you. And inshallah, if there's sincerity, it will work. If not, it'll be a test from Allah. Sah? Correct or no? Yeah. Okay. By the way, in Arabic, when you say sah, it's short for sahih. Means, is this good or no? You accept that? Yeah. Anybody else have a question?
Yeah, thank you, Syaikh. We actually still concerned for the fact that the Muslim victims everywhere, especially in the Muslim countries like in Palestine, in Rohingya, in Syria. Maybe it is only because of Islam no longer have the single leader like the one in the Ottoman Empire. Do you think that it is still possible that Islam will have another single leader like the one during the Ottoman Empire? And my second question is...
No, one
yeah,
per customer.
Yeah, okay, no one for myself. Yeah.
Ajlis, sit down. Thank you. All right. One question at a time. One question at a time. Because this question is a beautiful question, and one that maybe we could all agree on the answer. Number one, the Ottoman Empire is not the best. I'm sorry. I love the Turkish people. And I love the country. And maybe my own roots somehow came from Turkey, because my name is Estes. It became Estes over centuries. So maybe coming from that area, who knows? But the point is, that is not the number one. The number one is time of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And he said, the best of the people now, right now. And then after me, the next, and then normal people. And it's exactly what happened. Until the very end, and then will be one. And who did he say it was going to be? Muhammad ibn Abdullah, from the exact same tribe as him. Did he say that? The Mahdi. His name is Muhammad ibn Abdullah, from the same Qurayshi tribe. And are we in the time? Maybe, maybe not. But he said the two signs, when Jibril alayhi salam asked him, when is the hour? He said, and this is all English translation, you know that. He said, the one asking and the one being asked, we don't know. You don't know, I don't know. But the sign are these. He gave two signs. One, a slave gives birth to the master. Two, the ignorant Arabs of the desert build the tallest building in the desert. Where is the tallest building in the world today? It's not in Kuala Lumpur. Walid bin Talal got permission to build a building that's 1/4 of a mile high. Originally he said 1 mile, and they is a place that nobody wants to go. It's deserted. Land is almost free because it's sand and it's hot and there's no water. Why would anybody even want to live there, much less build a 2-story building, much less the tallest building in the world? Why? And exactly that we see it. So this is one. What about the slave gives birth to the master? Maybe you know this because you're in the news business. Maybe you know it. Maybe you don't. In the Arab land right now, there are princes and princesses. We used to say they have more dollars than cents. And when somebody has so much money and they have a unnatural idea about their appearance, the women, they don't want to have stretch marks, you know, from having babies. They don't want to lose their shape. So they actually have done this. You can read it in the news. They will have an operation. She goes to the doctor and they take the eggs from her and the sperm from her husband, and then they put it in the slave girl that works to her. The same people competing for these tall buildings. And it's there. This is today. 1400 years ago, nobody would believe such a thing. That's crazy. There were other signs that he said too that came into being. One, that your extremities, you will talk to your extremities. Can you believe people will talk to their hands? Who would talk to their hands today? Wait a minute, let me get this phone call. Hello? And talk to the animals of the sea. Now this is hadith. Talk to the animals of the sea. Dolphins. People try to communicate with dolphins. Are they fish or are they animals? They're animals, not fish. Exactly what Rasulullah ﷺ said. So, are we close? Your question is, what about a leader? And I'm giving you all of this to say what? There will be one leader that will come, and he will lead real Islam the right way. But you know what your question should be? Will I be among those who will follow him? I hope I am, and I hope you are. I hope all of us are. But that's up to you. Your relationship with Allah, if it's right, you will know who He is, you will follow Him. If it's not right, whoever is not right, claiming to be Muslim, when the false Christ, the Dajjal, when he comes, they will follow the wrong one. May Allah save us from that. This is in every single prayer we make. At the end of the prayer, you're supposed to say that. That Allah save us from that fitna of Masih ad-Dajjal. Good question, brother. Thank you so much for asking it. I hope and I pray you and me both are going to be with that right leader at the right time. Ameen ya Rab. Can he do question number 2 or are we finished? No. All of us. I ask Allah Almighty to give you and me both the best in this life. Amen. And the very best in the next life. Amen. And save all of us from the hellfire. Rabbana atina fi dunya hasan. Wa fil akhirati hasan. Wa qina adhaban nar. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim. Innaka Hamidun Majid. Jazakumullah khair. Subhanakallah wa hamd. Assalamualaikum.
Terima kasih banyak. Sampai di sini acara kita. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.